Hi, everybody. This is Dr. Carmen Davis, Professor Davis, and I am going to be doing some videos throughout this semester just to give you some tips and to help you out with your research. I know that this is, a pretty intimidating task that you have to do this semester, being that you guys are seniors and you have to do this, seemingly difficult task. But I'm here to try to make it as easy as possible. First, I don't want you guys to think that you are doing a research project for publication. All of the elements that I'm asking you to put in the paper could possibly lead to a publication, depending on how well you write the paper, how well you follow all of the procedures. You could possibly edit your research, but don't make that the goal. What I want you to do is to pick a topic that is interesting to you and have fun with it. I want you to think about what you want to find out about this particular research question. What do you want to know? And then go for it, and then decide how you want to go about it. Now, you will be, if you haven't already, you'll be receiving feedback from me today about your topic. I may have told you to change it. I may have told you, yes, I love that, go for it. And then moving forward over the weekend, I'll be giving you feedback on your research question that relates to your topic. So a research question and a topic are two different things. I think some of you have gotten that mixed up. When I asked you for your topics this week, I want to know what you want to find out about as far as what are you interested in? Oh, I'm interested in one of my students, one of your fellow students I talked to this week talked about, she wanted to know about the difference between Montessori schools and traditional schools. Okay, so that's her topic. Now that's a very broad topic. But then she started talking about, oh, I want to know if Montessori school prepares students better for college. And her other idea, I think, was to if Montessori schools prepared students for gainful employment, and how did that Montessori school prepare them? So that's her topic: Montessori schools and academic preparedness, or Montessori schools and employment readiness. Her question was, how well do Montessori schools prepare students for higher education, college readiness, or employment? So she's trying to decide between the two. But you see there's a difference. The topic is a statement, and then you want to know, what about that topic? What is your question? And then from there, she'll have to decide how she's going to go about conducting the study to find out the answer to her question. Do Montessori schools prepare students better academically in college, better than traditional colleges? So, I'm sorry, traditional schools, traditional elementary schools, middle schools. Okay, so that's pretty much what you're going to be doing. Okay, so that's a very quick example of what I'm talking about, the difference between your topic and your research question. So I hope that helps some of you guys. And again, the feedback that I give you will definitely help you make a difference, determine the difference between those. It really has, the research question you want to find out has to relate directly to your topic. Now, after we've gotten through this week, which will end on Sunday, you will have feedback about your topic and your research question. From there, for week 2, you are going to spend time preparing your annotated bibliography. Now, in week 2, I have videos posted for you to delve into what is an annotated bibliography. And to keep it simple, it is a synopsis of all of your references that you have gathered and that you are going to use in your literature review. Your literature review is part of your whole project. It's the first part of your project. Okay, so once you've determined your topic and a tentative research question, because you know what? You might actually change your research question. All right, you might actually change it as you begin to delve into your research. So I want you to look over your research by going to the library online, Or if you're near campus, you can go to campus. But being an online student, you're probably going to go online. And you are going to research your topic. So let's go back to the student that is thinking about doing the Montessori education. Well, she is going to go in and she's going to put in, probably search the subject, Montessori education. And she might say Montessori education and outcomes in college. Let's say she's going to do that, okay? So articles will pop up about that topic. Maybe she might find some topics that are kind of related, but not quite. But let's say she pulls an article about Montessori education, and there might be maybe 2 or 3 mentions within that topic about outcomes of, how students do in college after being in a Montessori school. Even if she finds one sentence to use in her literature review, she can use that reference. The article does not have to specifically address your research question, but it certainly should address your topic. And then you read those articles and you determine, well, this article is going to be great because I'm definitely going to be able to synthesize all of these articles together to come up with a review of the literature. What is out there currently about my topic of Montessori education, for example? And then from there, you're going to fill in the gaps. So you're going to say, I definitely found out a lot about Montessori education and how students do, once they go to middle school and high school. But you might find after you've done your literature review that there's not a lot out there about their outcomes in college. Well, guess what? Your research topic is going to cover that. So it's okay if you don't find the answers or a lot of answers about your research question, because what you're going to do, that's okay. You're going to just review the literature of what's out there now, and then you're going to transition into your own research and say, based on my literature review, this researcher wants to find out more about this, and then you present your question, and then you're going to conduct your study. And at the end of your paper, after you've conducted your study in the method, after you've done your results, then you're going to come back and you're going to bring together the literature review and your findings, and you're going to compare and contrast what the literature already says about your topic and what you found out in your study. So this is how your paper is going to unfold. Right now, we're just brainstorming the question and the research, the topic and the research question. Then we're going to go on, you're going to gather your literature. I'm requiring you to have a minimum of 15 scholarly resources that address your topic and possibly your question, and you're going to write about it. Then you're going to move on to the method section, okay? Now, let me back up a little bit. The annotated bibliography is not going to be part of your paper. The annotated bibliography is actually going to prepare you and help you write your literature review. So the annotated bibliography is a separate assignment that I am requiring to get you organized and prepared to write your literature review. So once you find your 15, 20 articles, you're going to read them, and then you are going to put them in a document, on a Word document, by giving me the reference, the APA reference of your literature review. The AP reference of your article or book if you want to do a chapter in a book. Then you're going to write a brief summary of that reference. And you're going to just continue that throughout your Word document. I do have example of that in week 2 course materials. So remember, the annotated bibliography is not the literature review. It is a separate assignment. The annotated bibliography is going to prepare you to write your literature review. So you do have points that you're going to be given for doing the annotation. Okay? So week 2 and 3, you are going to spend gathering your materials, writing that annotated bibliography. Is it week 2 or 3? Yeah, I think week 2 and 3. I might be wrong, guys. We'll go back and look through the course materials. But I do believe it's next week and the following week. Okay. And if I'm wrong, I'll correct that. So, but you're going to spend 2 weeks on getting that annotated bibliography together. Yes, I think it's 2 and 3. Week 4, you're going to work and write your literature review. So that's what we're doing. Week 2, 3, and 4 is annotated bibliography, and then you take that annotated bibliography and you turn it into a literature review. In addition to, you're also going to be working on your introduction, which comes from your literature review as well, and the references that you have gathered. You're going to introduce your topic. I'd like to know, why did you choose this topic? Tell me more about your topic. And then you're going to go into the research about your topic in the literature review. You are also going to present your research question, or 2. You can have more than 1. I would rather you only have 2 research questions at the most. 1 is enough, okay? We're trying to keep this very small. And then you're also going to do something called operational definitions. Now, I have posted an example already of a student paper that was done last semester, and she has all of those elements in her introduction/literature review, okay? So I'm going to do another video soon and talk to you a little bit more about your research design, but I really wanted to spend this time in this video talking to you more about this beginning stage. So let's review, and then I'll end because I know this video is pretty long, but I hope this has helped, because being that we cannot be face-to-face, I'm kind of doing like a lecture, okay, to make sure you understand what I am looking for so you do not miss anything. So this week, which ends on Sunday, in your workshop group, you should have already posted your research topics too. I'm going in and I'm approving one of those. Then over the weekend, if you haven't, and I think some of you have already started, but that's okay, we'll work with it. You are going to write and prepare your research question by doing the research questionnaire worksheet. And then I'm going to approve your research question or tell you to go back to the drawing board. Okay? Next, you are going to begin to gather materials, scholarly materials, articles from the library, journal articles, chapters from scholarly books. I do not want anything from the internet as far as, some website from Us Magazine. No, I want this to be scholarly. You are writing a scholarly paper, okay? So please be sure that you find your resources in the library. You might find some on the internet, but please be careful. Do not just pull something, random off of there, because some of those things have not been reviewed by other scholarly like professors and people, experts in the field. You want those type of articles. You want to find out what experiments, what studies have been done about your topic. Those are written up in journal articles, journal magazines, chapters in books that scholars have written. That is where your references are going to come from. Okay? I do not want to see www. blah, blah, blah. Okay? So please know I will not accept a bunch of websites for your references. All right? Now, after you have pulled those articles and book chapters and things, then you're going to write your annotated bibliography and turn it in no later than week 3 under the assignments tab, because I will give you a grade for that. Next, you go right into writing your introduction, okay, the purpose of your study, your research question, and your literature review. That's your first part of your paper, all right? So I'm going to end there. That's what we start with. Then I will be posting a video soon about, well, how do I conduct my study? What do I do? Okay? So I'll be posting more about that. More about this information is going to be in week 5. I'm going to finish posting all of the course materials for the rest of the semester, so you can look ahead and see, oh, what's my next step? Well, your next step is to actually get ready to conduct that study. All right? So this is a fast-paced class, but if you stay on it, you'll be able to do well in this class. Unfortunately, I will not be able to do individual conference calls with everyone. However, if you are completely confused and have no clue what you're doing, I am here to speak with you on the phone. We can set up a time. I will be in the workshop groups answering questions as well. this is how we're going to do this. But I really want you to be a support to your team, to your workshop group. There are 70 students in this class. That's a lot of students. So I really want you guys to help each other. Don't be selfish with your ideas. Give feedback to your friends in your class to help them work through their research. Okay? So, and remember, you get points for that too. You get 2 points a week, okay, for posting 2 times. All right? So make sure, if you upload something, that can be a post. But I'd like one of those posts to be a response to one of your classmates to help them out or to give them some praise or some feedback, okay? So please help me out by helping each other out. You can always ask questions under the Ask the Instructor page there, okay? So make sure that you do that as well, and that way everybody can see your question and my answer. I try to answer those within 24 to 48 hours. I try to return phone calls within 24 to 48 hours, and I'm pretty successful at doing that. I know I talked, but this is, if you were in a lecture with me, this is what I would be doing. So I hope this wasn't too boring. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying to you about what I need you to do to get your topic ready. Next week, I'm going to be talking about the method section and what you need to do to prepare for that. How am I going to find my participants? How am I going to decide on a research design? How many people do I need to interview, or how many surveys do I need to pass out? We're going to talk more about that next week, okay? So I hope this video was helpful. Take notes, go back and listen to me talk if you can stand it. If you have any questions, post in the Ask the Professor question area, email me, all that good stuff. I'm available. All right. Well, I hope you guys have an amazing weekend, and you'll be hearing from me in the workshop group. Bye-bye.